It's Woo Woo Wednesday. Hey there, I'm Dr. Jane.
And I'm Devi Jade. I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah, we are here to bring spirituality to down to earth folks. We are the Woo Woo Chicks. So, Jade, since we posted our first video, we've gotten some questions. Have you seen them?
When you said that, I felt like, are we the second generation Dixie Chicks? No, we're the Woo Woo Chicks.
We are not the second generation Dixie Chicks, though I will say I do hail from the South. So
I know, right?
I am kind of a Dixie.
Yeah, I should talk like this today and keep up.
You should. Maybe we should record one of these in the evening when I'm tired and you can get a couple glasses of wine in me and then my draw will come out.
That's a good idea.
It did. My daughter the other day said, we need to go back to Arkansas so your twang will come back because that's real funny.
It is funny, but I love it.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
We are who we are.
Yeah,
you can tell where I've traveled recently by whatever accent comes out after I've had wine.
Oh, wow. Let's take her all over the world and see what happens.
Yes, let's do that. It'll be the Woo Woo World Tour.
Oh my God.
It's already named.
Imagine. Well, I got a bit of the Irish, so it'll be all right. And
well, I am third generation on the ground here. So there was a bit of a brogue in my granddad. So
oh wow.
We're like totally haven't even hit our topics. We've had some questions.
Great, let's go.
We've had some questions sent in. So I'm gonna toss you one and we'll see how long we go with it. And then if we have time, we'll get to the second one. And if we don't have time, then second one will be our next episode.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
Good.
Right.
Okay. So I had a couple questions. People are seeing a lot of stuff like this, woo-woo stuff pop up in different places and nobody ever calls it woo-woo officially, but that's what everybody calls it. So
they do.
Yeah, except us, because we're, but so why now? Because it kind of seems like all of a sudden everybody has this or everybody's doing it. And so, a lot of people have been surprised to see me because I'm an executive coach and I have this business and this, international speaker come out and do this. They're like, oh no, you too. So just talk about a little bit, why people are seeing so much of it. And also I know a lot of the stuff that they're seeing is not authentic. So talk about that too.
Okay. So the first thing that the first part of that question is, really it's a simple answer. We're much more connected and we don't have so many rules, and we're getting away from what we thought were rules because we're YouTubing and we're, TikToking, and I haven't done the TikToking thing yet, but I mean, people are just Instagramming. So the connection is making it more accessible.
Yeah.
And here's the second piece of that. Our generation is actually following the younger generation because they're kind of leading. The last time I remember in history they did that is during the 20s, when all the women started chopping their hair. They started doing everything that they got over. It's like, we're not living that way anymore. We're living a different way. Their skirts went up, they got tight, and it just changed then, and that kind of changes now. So that's what it is. It's the children are leading us and we're just going with it, which is good because I'm tired of hiding. I've been hiding a long time. Like I've been in the closet, Harry Potter's little closet, that one. Yeah, that.
You're in the spiritual closet, not the other closet, everybody.
That's absolutely right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but Jade's been in her spiritual closet.
What was that second one? What was that second piece?
Second one is, okay, so since there is so much woo out there, there's a ton of it. I mean, I just saw somebody the other day who I've seen on Instagram for a while, and now all of a sudden it's like she got a tarot deck from Amazon and all of a sudden she's a tarot card reader. And I'm like, that's not what? So I think that there's a whole lot of folks that are grabbing onto just like little tidbits of woo, and they're like, ooh, I'm going to do this now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is really, that's actually one of those things that sticks me a little bit. So, and I have a bit of a soapbox, everyone, so I'm going to tell you. First of all, I'm going to correct people. I'm what's called a master God, tarologist, that's what it's called. And
That's a super fancy word.
it is a super fancy word. It's something that I earned over the course of time to receive that. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing that people don't understand is it's not tarot, it's not tarot, it's tarot.
Oh,
It's it's after,
pardon me. I said the word wrong. I'm
well,
sorry.
you knew. So, but I'm talking about these people that are presented, oh, I've got a tarot reading, or oh, I've got a tarot reading. It's comes after the Torah. So it's tarot. It's path working. It's a very high path working. It was a way for the people that were a long time ago, anciently, they had their street way of doing their work. So the cards, the way that they're laid out, shows you how to do your path working. That's why it goes from the fool to the world. There's 22 lessons. And then you have all these other little things. When I would teach people this, they thought they could just whip those cards out, like the money. And that's what they're going after, actually, is your
Right,
money.
I know that's the thing. Like all of a
Your
sudden, this
money.
person who never talked about any of this before is like, "I'll do a reading," and she was like, "Readings for $12," and I'm like, I don't know. Frankly, if I'm going to hire somebody to do a card reading for me, I'd rather they charge me like $250 because I believe that they know their stuff a little bit more. $12, not going to say I'm going to plan my future after spending $12.
That's true. And the thing is, what they've done is they bought the how to read book. And that's like anything that's really, let's see, you have to be completely immersed in it.
Yeah.
Well, again, you have
Like
to
Tarot for Dummies.
right? They have that book. They do.
No,
No,
I'm
they do.
joking.
They have it, Tarot for Dummies. And so the first and foremost thing is, people, if you're going to do it, pronounce it right. Secondarily, we've got all these little TikTok girls now. Girls is the word. And I'm a girl, but I would never at 18 years old think I could tell somebody how to do their life because I know how to read the cards. And that's the other thing is, if you really know what you're doing, you're staying so clear that you will give a channeling. So I have a really quick story. My granddaughter came over the other day. She's in that 16-year-old, 18-year-old, her and her friend. I never read for children, and if I do, ever, because it's too much energy. And if I do read, they have to be in the later teenage years, and the mother has to be there. Well, I hold the space for my granddaughter. So I did the reading, and they thought, oh, goody. She knows that I would never read for her. That was a rule. That's her first reading. The both of them were crying. I said, not like TikTok, huh? And they're like, no. I'm like, right? I said, because I'm holding somebody's life in my hands.
Yeah.
That's really, I mean, it's serious what you're doing. $12? What are they thinking?
Yeah, I know. I was like, and the person, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I didn't know you were doing this. And she's like, yeah, I just learned how. I'll do one for you for free because she knows me. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Just learn how? No, you don't just learn how. That's like I'm going to say to you, Jane, I just learned how to dye hair. Come on over.
Yeah, I'm good. Even though right now
I'm giving you a great deal. It's $12. Are you going to come and let me play with your hair? I don't think so. I really don't.
So how do people know that they've hit the real deal is kind of like the heart of the question. How do you know that you've got somebody? How do you know that you found a Devi Jade and not like somebody who just read the Tarot for Dummies book that they just bought from Amazon and think, oh, I can make $12 a hit?
Well, first and foremost, it's highly unfortunate. That's the unfortunate piece where we're all so connected that it's almost like a Starbucks on every corner. It's a reader on every corner. It's whatever. It's a stone keeper on every corner. It's because people you've got to go in here. That was like on our other message the other day. And it was like, you've got to understand who you are. What do you love? What is your thing that you are passionate about? And go from there. you're just taking a shortcut because you don't want to go to therapy, or you don't want to pay. So you're going to go and you're going to say, I'm going to whip out my 12 little dollars and I'm going to know if this guy is for me. Well, no. And here's the other thing, the person on the other side, me, I actually am responsible. It is the ability to respond. I'm holding it. So why are you giving your responsibility to me when you need to take it for yourself?
You said an interesting word though there, that's shortcut. I think that people think, and that's one thing that I would tell people, I'm in my early 40s and I've been on this spiritual journey for more than 30 years now. And spirituality is not a shortcut. It's actually the long game. So what about people who are, they're desperate times, they've lost their job, they want money, they want to like manifest their ex back, they, want to manifest all this stuff, and they're looking for a shortcut. Like where do they start? What do they do? What do you say to them?
Well, this is where I'm going to say that the period of time that we're in, it really is a gift to us if you want to look at it. Yes, I know people are kind of going crazy behind the doors, but actually, if you give yourself those moments, you're going to get more quiet. Haven't you noticed that the streets are quieter? Everything's quieter. It's all like you could feel the quiet. And then you can just, go 5 minutes of breathing, 10 minutes of breathing. And the more that you do that, you can add on a little more and a little more. Okay, you guys, I can sit and meditate for 3 hours. I could probably meditate for 6 hours and be happy, okay? But there's something outside of me, it's called life, okay? I don't ever expect anybody to want to meditate that long, but we can give ourselves at least a goal. If you want to get goal-oriented and manifest how to meditate, okay, 20 minutes, because the more that you do it, the more quieter you get. It's just like going to the gym. You will notice a difference. You will notice more of a connection. It will then direct you. You'll just start landing in the right places, the right people. That's the true law of attraction, not this 3 ways I can manifest $8 million in 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, no, that's not.
The ones that make me laugh are how to manifest winning the lottery. And the people who have put those videos out there haven't ever won the lottery. So I'm like, how do you know, buddy? Like,
well, if you don't think I don't get that question, I actually have.
I would never ask you how to win the lottery because you haven't won it.
Okay, well, here's the thing with that. Okay, actually, I did see somebody win the lottery. And I didn't know it was that lottery, but I just said, I looked at it and I said, you are going to get a lot of money. It's just going to come to you. And they were like on the edge of their seat. Really? I'm like, yeah, it's like a lot. Now, mind you, I've already been doing this professionally for years. So it's not like the first person out of the bag.
Right.
And when I do stuff like that, you guys, let me just tell you, I'll tell my client, I'm hanging my ass out over here. So just so you know, I'm flapping in the wind. And I just want you to know, I have to tell you because I see the truth. And she actually texted me and she had won, I think it was in a couple of days, she'd won $1 million.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now that's one out of a zillion people that I've ever read for.
Yeah.
I don't see
that's
it.
About how many people win the lottery. No, I just got to let you know, like I have a really active imagination. So when you say that your ass is hanging out in the wind, all of a sudden I like start to see like images in my mind. So if I just start spontaneously laughing on this side, just ignore
Yes, yes. Well, we want to get those like little flapper drawers out there because she's got flapper drawers. She's not
killing me.
But she does. She's got this beautiful, beautiful shirt, but she's got flapper drawers.
I do my top when I'm an old journalist when I'm on camera and you're not going to get my bottom half, like I'll have on gym shorts or the pants. Today I've got on my pajama jeans.
Yeah.
My pajama, and I am wearing actual sandals. I have my Birkenstocks on. But.
Yep. And I've got my yoga wear on, so because I'm gonna Zumba after this. Yes, girls. I like it. It's made my waist fuller.
Zumba? Yeah. It's super fun too.
Yeah. It's really good because it's very feminine. It gets you all sensuous. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Totally off the subject.
Totally off the subject. But so if people are searching for something, I guess the best place to start is asking questions. I mean, I actually started and abbreviated and stopped and paused and delayed my spiritual journey because I was asking questions. I started asking questions when I was 12, and in the family I was in, I was told, you're not supposed to ask questions. You're just supposed to do these rules. And so I was like,
Right.
okay. And then a few years later, I was like, but I still have some questions. And honestly, what helped me break the excuse that I used to kind of break that formula was a world religions class in college, my undergrad.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I can take this and talk about it. It made it normal for me. I could take it and talk about it because it's something I'm studying in school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good you said that because, colleges and schools, as we know, for the most part, it's important to have education. It really is. I have clients and I encourage them to go to school. And I know the big entrepreneurial thing is you don't need school, you don't need college. Honestly, that's not true. There's a reason are books and things here for us. It's the head trip. So coming back to what you were saying though, is the colleges are starting to offer spiritual degrees. I mean, Columbia. Now, we all know Columbia is the top schools, one of those. It's offering it. Now, mind you, I wish I would have been offered that. And I looked and looked and nobody was offering it.
Yeah.
If you want something like that, absolutely go for it because it's going to be the way of the future. And then maybe you'll have to get out of your box a little bit, but at least it gives you a platform and a structure because a lot of people need that structure. It's important. Humans are all la-dee-da, I don't know what to do. Blah, blah. Yeah, we really kind of do that.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing about it is, and my husband and I have 5 kids, and one of them has graduated. She actually has a master's. 2 other are in college right now, and then the other 2 are in elementary school still. But and talking to them about what to study or whatever, I'm like, just go and study something that makes you happy. I'm not living out every degree that I have. I mean, it's journalism, psychology, business, women's studies, and I'm an executive coach, a mindset coach, emotional intelligence expert. I'm consulting. So like, you don't just go and learn. The thing about it is, for me, and I'll always, I'm addicted to taking courses. I think it's why I offer my coaching with courses as a platform, because you can grow so much and learn so much about yourself. It doesn't matter if you're in a world religions class or if you're in a world history class or math, which the maths were not my fave, but you have the opportunity to grow and learn about yourself. And so always be searching, always be searching for something. So this is the place for you to come and search with your spiritual questions if you want some down-to-earth answers that'll make sense for you in your life. So you can always go down to the comments. You can email us in. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can put them in the comments. If you're tuning into this on our podcast, then you can email us and all of our information.
Sales alert. Yes, of course. We're going to do a little sales alert here. Sales alert is we do certify you in what I do.
Well, yeah.
Also this. The reason I'm saying that is because some people think, oh my God, they invited us and they masked it. They didn't tell us it was a sales call. It isn't a sales call. So if we have little things like that, here's the thing about our channel that will always be, I am a truth person. It's like, if I said it, I'll say it. If somebody else said it, I'll say, I didn't get that. I learned it from so-and-so.
Yeah.
And if it's a sales moment, I'll do something like I just did. So
do I need to do like clown horns, like?
Well, that was good. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. So
I'm not going to do that every time.
I want you guys to know this is all in good fun. This is what we want. We want it this way. But every once in a blue moon, we might say something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, some people who are drawn here might want to go down the spiritual path as a profession or the coaching path as a profession. And that's one thing that we will certify you in those different areas. We have several certification programs.
Right.
So
Right, because
all part of it.
it's very, very important for you to have the right teacher. And that's what we're talking about. It's like, how do you get the right teacher?
Yeah.
Well, the very first teacher, let's just say you're in the majority of homes, they have some sort of a background, whether it's Christian and it's God and Jesus, and Catholic, the Blessed Mother, Mother Mary, and the saints and everything are over here. You're in Hindu and you have the goddesses and gods with them, Lakshmi and Saraswati and Shiva, and you have over here you have Native American, you have other deities that I'm very aware of. They're a little more sacred and quiet on with them, for they've just been able to do that. But you have all these different places that your parents, they will share that with you. And here's the thing for women, young women, parents, if you don't, for goodness sake, that's why we're here too, to help you, so that you can feel like you're the mother, you have all those blessings inside of you. It's there, it's coming right through, and we'll assist you so that you can speak your mind all of the time.
Are you pulling out a Southern accent on me?
No, yes. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So just make sure you like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/woo-woo-chicks, our website, and like our YouTube channel. It's Woo Woo Chicks on YouTube for more of this and for all of your spiritual question needs. This is just a place for you to come bring your spiritual questions about anything. Kids, family, you wandering. I've even come to Jade sometimes and said, I have a feeling that there's a conflict here because of, my background, and I don't really know how to resolve this. And it's just meant to be a place for you to have comfortable conversations. And Jade did say something just a little while ago about, take some time for breathing. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the video description. I've put a couple of links down there for you for our breathing bubbles. So I have a 5-minute and a 10-minute guided breathing bubble. It's no verbal guidance. It's just music, but it's visual for you to watch it. It'll help you just to kind of let go. And you have that focal point. A lot of people have told me that they have problems breathing and meditating with their eyes closed. So for people like that who have an issue, starting out with their eyes closed because every single sound distracts them and they want their eyes to pop open and then they beat themselves up because they failed. That's a pretty good option is those breathing bubbles, and they're just loops, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then you're done.
I also am in the process of doing meditations, which will help you as well, and so that you can fall asleep to them. I'm very much the person that, oh my gosh, you don't have to be sticking straight up like, a pole.
Oh, yeah.
And those will be offered to you as well. And everything that I do is for your goodness and for your healing. And I offer at any time, if you need something, please put it in the question box. Jane is the technical person for me. I'm just kind of the floaty person over here. Remember, I'm the Sally Field with the thing on her head. And I got such a vision.
If you missed that in the other video, then go back and check it out.
Yeah. So anyway, we're both here to serve, and I'm relegated to be a mother of the world. That is why I'm here. And so might be a little bit young for some of you guys, but that's okay. A mother is a mother, right? So take care and have a beautiful, beautiful day. We'll see you soon.
Absolutely.